Hello everyone! Today we are going to talk about the generation gap. Do you know what the generation gap is? Even if you don't know the particular definition, you are aware of this problem from your own experience. The generation gap is a popular term used to describe serious differences in opinions and actions between people of younger and older generations. For the first time, a person faces this problem in his or her teenage, the period of time when a person is between 13 and 19 years old. We can see a generation gap in different situations of a family life. Some children rebel against discipline and family values. Others do inappropriate to their parents' mind things. For example, they can listen to loud music, dye their hair in bright colors, and wear strange clothes. The first reason for the mentioned behavior is pretty clear. Teenagers go through a transition stage, trying to show their independence and establish their identity. Sooner or later, all parents and adolescents have to deal with it. The main idea is to understand that the problem is natural and temporary. Moreover, for a teenager, this stage is necessary to grow into an independent adult. During this period, conflicts can be very painful and influence family relationships for a long time. That's why I reckon if parents want to keep contact with their children, they should listen to them with an open heart and show their willingness to help anytime. The second reason for the gap is more complicated, because every new generation represents a new time, technologically, educationally, economically, and politically. All of these areas affect people's opinions and actions. Let me give you some examples of what I see nowadays. A lot of adults don't have enough information about technology, which is an essential part of the youngster's life nowadays. Children often prefer texting and communicating via social media, whereas their parents are more likely to make a phone call or have a face-to-face conversation. The younger generation may travel more and gather different views from various cultures. Education is also changing dramatically. It became possible to get a profession and even work online. Each of these points is usual for youngsters, but can be difficult for their parents to accept, so conflicts arise again and again. But fortunately, many families learn to bridge the generation gap. What do? They usually narrow the gap by interaction and mutual respect. Good communication between family members reduces the problem. They try to find common ground by doing things together or having the same hobbies. They often share their viewpoints towards life issues and try to open their mind to welcome different ideas. I believe that the generation gap is a natural consequence of the passage of time. Each generation lives in the environment which differs from the previous one. It leads to differences in views. The key is to accept each other's differences. I'm sure on this foundation we can build stronger family bonds.